Hello, how's it going everyone? It's a funny old day today, spots of rain, it's quite clouded now but there was some sun earlier. It's not overly cold to be honest, but it will be later I'm sure. So I've come to a spot, you may have seen me use my hot tent before. I had the tripod, and the reason I come to this spot is to reuse them bits of wood to give myself like a bipod for putting up a plough point. That's my plan anyway. But yeah, it's a nice spot this one. It's quite central in the woodland here. So I need to get that tarp out and get that set up. That's job number one. I've brought out with me the OEX Bush Pro tarp today. It's not quite 3x3, but it's, you know, there near enough, like 2.9, 2.8 or something. The thing with this tarp is it's got a lot of tie-out points. It's also that coyote kind of colour which really blends in. I really do like that. So with them extra tie-out points, it gives me opportunity to pull out the bits of the plough point that can sort of sag down. The beauty of this kind of setup is there's a lot of freedom. You can raise this roof, you can lower it down if it's raining, lots of adjustability, make it wider if it's lower. So I'm quite liking it. I'll probably have my fire offset from the cord running down the front there so it doesn't melt and break. Just a little fettling to get it right and we're good. I'll just pull that out a bit, giving more room. So you can see how that's pulled the sides out. I've got a little bit of sag here though, so what I might do is like a smaller tripod, bipod on the back there. Well, here we are on the inside again, and it's much better, much more open now. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's a little bit weird because it's not really designed to be used on a diagonal as much, I don't think, because of it not being a perfect square. But it's good to finally use it. I've only used it like once, I think, and that was only on a bit of a day trip. Gonna collect up a few rocks just to hold that heat a bit tonight. May as well take wood from the old shelter as it's not too far away. A lot of this can be very dry as it's been stood up. Well, this is a good spot for kindling. We've got stuff hung up in the tree, and I think, yeah, this is dead. This is all dead along here. Perfect. Well, here's the fireplace. I've got some kindling second stage stuff and some broken down stuff. I will carry on doing this after dark, but I just want to get it sorted before then. As a ground sheet, I've got that Army one you've probably seen me use before. It's German or Dutch, I'm not sure. Tough stuff. Got my usual foil blanket. Which is a windscreen shield, sun reflector, whatever you want to call it. And the Trekology mat. Going to fill up both of my paraffin lanterns because they take a little while to soak into the wick. And the second one. And that should keep me going. That's the majority of the work done now. I've split down a little bit more wood. There's a piece of oak down there, dead oak, that I can process later on after dark if I need to. My lantern's up and I can move them about if I want to, because I'm going to bash my head on them. You may have noticed I was rushing around a little bit. I got out a little bit late today. I wanted to make sure I got the majority of everything set up before dark, which is about half hour away I'd say now. Looks very different on the camera. Whew. Time for a little relax, I think. I'm sitting on that little stump I was chopping wood on. It's leftover pine from doing the Swedish torches I did a while ago. But I'm mostly going to be doing birch, oak and some chestnut for the fire tonight, so nothing too spitty and poppy, being fairly close to the tarp. But most of my tarp's got holes in. It doesn't really matter. You can probably hear the birds are all roosting. It's a nice time to relax. Some of this bracken's had a chance to dry out the last couple of days, so may as well grab some just to make lighting the fire a little easier. I've got this flat piece of wood that I used the fro to make when I was cooking something or other. Just use a bit of this as a brace. I've got some tinder card here. So I'm just going to use matches, I've got some with me. that bracken. A whole lot of kindling. Well, some of that's still damp, a lot of smoke. Fire took pretty quickly, which is good because it was starting to cool down a bit there. I don't even need to put my hat on now. It's already nice and hot. I'll chill out with this for a while and do some food. I might do a spot of carving. I've got my carving stuff with me, my small axe. That's why I've got my small axe rather than the forest axe today. In case I want to do some carving. A piece of this chestnut, maybe do a spoon. I can tell, looking at these flames, the prevailing wind is coming from sort of behind the shelter there, which is generally the way, which is why I've set it up facing this direction. So that's good to know. It's not very windy, it's enough just to feed the fire there. Well, I've not carved a spoon in months and months now. This is a start. I'm using that natural bend in that wood that occurs where this knot is, and the knot is kind of a divot as well, so it shouldn't take too much with the spoon knife. So I've got a rough shape, little bend to it, but not too bad. I mean, it wouldn't take too much just to get that usable with just a knife rather than using the spoon knife as well, the crook knife. Here we go. I think that's about as far as I'm going to take it today. Didn't go too deep with the bowl of the spoon. Slightly decorative handle. I'll carry on with it. Maybe in the morning, who knows. I need a spoon for my breakfast. Going to use the Bitty Big Q today. I'm just going to have to pull out some coals, so I'm going to have to rejig this a bit. Oh, and it's hot. Well, first up, I've got a couple of chicken thighs. And some spice that I've mixed up. A few sausages. Time now, put on my burgers. Also going to put some barbecue spice on them too. The wind's going all over the place now. It's completely changed. Sausages. Burgers. And some lovely looking juicy chicken. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, juicy. dying to look at this chicken. Also juicy, crispy skin. Oh wow. For a last minute spice rub, that's good. And for the camera before I grab my ketchup. Like a classic British barbecue. Lovely. Right, I'm tucking in. I almost forgot. I brought a load of coleslaw. Oh yes. Gotta love coleslaw. I am stuffed, absolutely stuffed. That was a good feed. I couldn't decide on what to cook tonight, so I went simple. Just thought, you know, grill barbecue type thing. I think I may lay down and do some reading in a minute. Just processed a little more firewood, so that's on there and that's just retaking now. And I'm going to need that to be hot for a nice hot tea later on. Yeah, I think I need to lay down. Still need to get my sleeping bag out. Good morning. Slept pretty well actually. Tossed and turned a bit at the beginning and then, yeah, just dropped off and then it was light. So I feel quite rested. Oh, that Leviathan is a warm sleeping bag. I mean, it's not particularly cold, but does a good job. I think I'm going to get breakfast on and use my new spoon. I have my Trangia burner with me and a piece of chorizo. I'm just going to take the skin off. Yes, you can eat the skin, it's just not particularly pleasant. And just going to slice this up small. Then I'm just going to kind of cube it up, just make it as small as possible. Now I'm doing scrambled eggs this morning, which is not something I have often, but if I do have it, I tend to have it like this. I struggled to get me a burner lid off a bit there. Seems to be a tight one, this. See how cold this is. Well, that seems to have lit. Prime it as well. I've got my pan. A little bit of oil. No butter. Which I would have at home. And that chorizo. So with my new spoon, just get that moving around. It already smells good. I think I'm even going to put a tiny bit of that barbecue spice in there. You may be able to see that lovely orangey oil now. All them flavours getting into that oil. The oil's coming out of the chorizo. And that's going to colour and flavour the eggs. And speaking of the eggs, look at them colours. Beautiful. And here we go. Best way to have scrambled eggs. Spoon works too. I'll probably finish it off at home. It's actually not too bad. A little bit of refining. Oh, this is lovely. Final check. Got a dry patch where I was, and the fire over there. Look good. Right, one more thing to do on the way back. I'm going to pick up my trail cameras. Had to dump my jacket and bag up there, but this is the one I reviewed a little while ago. Suppose I should turn it off. And this one, which is close by, is a new Ape Man one I got sent to review. So it'd be good to compare some footage that is very similar. And I've also got like snow on there and stuff as well. So excellent. Right, I'll show you what's on these, and I'll bid you farewell. Thanks for watching as usual. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.